Spider-Man Homecoming picks up immediately after Civil War, and this time we have Tom Holland as Spider-Man in a Sony / Marvel movie. This time around we see Spider-Man in high school trying to balance the Avenger life with the high school life, and while he's not necessarily an Avenger yet, he's really trying to work his way up to become one, and it's really an entertaining movie. If you don't follow Mayhem Pictures on Instagram, I have a review there, and I loved the movie. I love it. I give it a 10 out of 10. It's fantastic. Let me just dive into it a little bit. I thought that the Vulture was fantastic. He's probably one of my favorite MCU villains, to be perfectly honest with you. I found Liz, Michelle, Ned, all of the high school students that surrounded Peter to be really realistic and relatable for the high school setting. I thought that the action was really great, and while the trailer shows a lot, I didn't think it ruined the experience for me at all. The boat scene is really the only one where I was like, you really had to mess up that reveal for me. I didn't want to know that, and I won't say it here if you haven't seen the trailer, and if you haven't, then fantastic, great job. But yeah, the boat scene was kind of butchered for me because I pretty much have seen the entire scene, and it's one of the major set pieces of the movie, so that kind of sucked. But Happy Hogan has a pretty huge part in the movie, and he was great, and he's in it probably more than Tony Stark is, and I loved Happy Hogan because he's just it's so fun to see Jon Favreau back in Marvel, because he hasn't done a movie in like, what, 4 years with them? Right? Yeah, 4 years. 2013 Iron Man 3. That was the last movie I saw him in. And it's just so good to see Spider-Man actually interact with MCU tie-ins and Tony Stark and Happy Hogan and all that stuff. I'm not going to give any spoilers here, don't worry. But I just found all the Easter eggs and all the fun little nods at Marvel to be so entertaining. And you see it in the trailer. Captain America has these training videos throughout, and they're hysterical every single time. I loved those so much. And while Chris Evans isn't actually in the movie, he has like a phenomenal presence. He's just so funny throughout the whole movie, and he's not in it a bunch. Don't get excited about that, but it's so funny. I just thought everything about the movie was great, and while you don't have any Uncle Ben mentions, I thought, like, you don't need him. And it was so refreshing not to see the origin story of Spider-Man again and again and again. Because you got it in Civil War. You know, I got bit 6 months ago. Bye. That's all you need. I'm Spider-Man now. And I love that the movie doesn't take time to have an opening credit scene that just sets up, oh, 6 months ago I got bit by a spider. My Uncle Ben's dead and all this. And Aunt May's struggling. You don't need any of that. You get it throughout the performances, and you get the sadness for Aunt May and for Peter. You can see it. You don't need it explained. You can just infer. And I love that when movies do that, especially huge superhero movies like this, where, you know, they easily could have taken 10 minutes to explain the origin story, but you don't need to, and I love that they didn't. Anyway, his suit is awesome once again. The eyes are, you know, interactive, or not interactive, but like expressive, like Deadpool's, and it's just so cool. I got a lot of Deadpool vibes, and while it's not an R-rated superhero movie, I got a lot of like sarcasm and wit from Spider-Man, which is what he is, and that's just so great, because the MCU finally has a character that can poke fun at kind of the ridiculous aspects of the MCU, and I think he will be that kind of character, and I love that. The movie ends with kind of a, I don't want to say controversial choice, but maybe. I didn't love what they did, but I understand it, and it really sets the character apart from other characters. And there are 2 end credit scenes, one that kind of teases the future, and another one that's just downright hysterical. The one that teases the future, I'm not sure about, because I don't think we should do it, because I don't want to give any spoilers, but no. And the end credit scene it was hysterical. I'm not going to give it away, but it's really funny. So stay for both, I would say. Donald Glover, small role, but fantastic. Hannibal Buress, also small role, but fantastic. A lot of people with the small little cameos were great. And I don't want to say Donald Glover's a cameo, but Donald Glover's character is awesome. Do some research. I did my research too. I went home and I was like, let's check out all the Spider-Man Easter eggs, and I was so excited. And you'll want to do the same thing. It's a great movie. It's probably one of my favorite Spider-Man movies. The directing is fantastic. The comedy, the writing, everything came together perfectly. It is a John Hughes style movie for sure, and they even rip on that in one scene. I just enjoyed it so much. I think it's one of the best MCU movies to date, which is, I find myself saying with pretty much every movie. I can't really, I don't know what if I should do like a top 18 or however many movies there have been so far. They're on fire. Spider-Man's at Marvel for sure now, and I love that. Sony owns them too, which is scary, but it's fine. So, what did you guys think of Homecoming? Comment down below, let me know. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. If I ever do a video review again, I'll probably take like a 6-month hiatus again. No, I'll review some movies here and there. I definitely want to review Planet of the Apes. I should be seeing that. But thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.